a pulse beneath my rib cage that grew louder after two. Not a warning, not a heartache, just a rhythm tied to you. And the quiet feels magnetic when the world has gone to rest. Like a secret starts unfolding with this midnight in my chest. I've been lying here in shadows, letting feelings shift and rise. There's a warmth I can't decipher, living somewhere deep inside. Every breath pulls something open, every sigh reveals the next. Like my heart beats holding stories of a truth I once suppressed. I don't know what makes it vivid, I don't know what sparks the fire, but the stillness paints emotions in the colors of desire. There's midnight in my chest where your memory runs free. Every echo that you left here comes alive and speaks to me. There's midnight in my chest where the darkness feels like home, and the thoughts I hide by daylight are the ones that start to roam. Maybe longing finds its courage when the moonlight threads the room. Maybe shadows shape the feelings that we whisper to the gloom. And I feel you in the distance, like a warmth I can't resist. Not in touch and not in vision, but in moments that persist. There's a tension in the quiet, not the kind that makes me break, just a pull that feels familiar when my heart begins to ache, and the truth moves through my body in a way I can't arrest. Like a current running steady from the midnight in my chest. So I let the hour claim me, let it show me what is real. All the pieces I've been hiding are the ones I finally feel. There's midnight in my chest where your memory runs free. Every echo that you left here comes alive and speaks to me. There's midnight in my chest where the quiet softens fear, and the parts of me that tremble feel less fragile when you're near. Maybe night reveals the heartbeat that I silence during day. Maybe truth becomes more honest when the noise all slips away. All I know is in this moment, in the dark I can't resist. Every thought I try to bury finds its way back to exist. There's midnight in my chest, let it rise, let it confess. All the longing I've been guarding finds a home inside the spread. There's midnight in my chest, and it's teaching me to see that the quiet keeps reminding who I am and who I need.
Used to see you in the half-light, in the corners of my sleep. Every memory played in whispers, every feeling running deep. But the nights have grown much quieter, and the pictures start to fade. All the versions I kept holding, slowly drifting far away. There was comfort in the haunting, in the shadows that you drew, like a part of you was staying in the places I once knew. But the moment feels more hollow, where your presence used to be. And I'm waking with the sense that you stopped reaching out to me. Maybe grief gets tired of searching, maybe time learns how to mend. Even hearts that once were breaking find a different place to end. 'Cause you stopped showing up in dreams, and I don't know what that means. Is it healing or surrender? Is it distance or release? Yeah, you stopped showing up in dreams. Oh, and the silence feels surreal, 'cause the part of me that missed you doesn't know just how to feel. There were nights you felt so vivid, like the past refused to rest. Every scene replaying gently, every truth pressed to my chest. Now the dark feels like a blank page, with no echo to interpret. And the pain that used to find me barely knows where to assert it. I don't know if I should thank it or be grieving once again, 'cause forgetting is its own ache when the memories start to bend. And I lie awake just wondering if you drifted just as far, if your mind erased my shadow like a long forgotten scar. Maybe letting go is quiet, not a tear or breaking sound, just the absence of a feeling that once wrapped itself around. You stopped showing up in dreams, and there's nothing left to chase. Every storyline we wandered loses color, loses trace. Yeah, you stopped showing up in dreams. Oh, and I guess that means it's time. But there's something in the stillness, whispering what once was mine. Maybe love dies in the details, not the heartbreak, not the end, but in moments where the memory doesn't call itself a friend. And tonight I feel the distance more than any midnight scream. I don't miss you like I used to, but I miss you in my dreams. You stopped showing up in dreams. Oh, and it's quieter than I thought. All the fear I held for losing you fades softer than I fought. Yeah, you stopped showing up in dreams. Oh, and I'm finally letting go, though a part of me still wonders if you ever dreamed me so.
We've been walking this thin line, too familiar to ignore. Every joke turns into something that I feel a little more. And the way you look at midnight when the city starts to hush says you're thinking what I'm thinking, but we're scared to break the trust. You sit closer when it's quiet, like the silence pulls you in, and your shoulder brushes softly past the place I shouldn't give. Every time you say my name, I hear a tone you used to hide, like you're holding back a truth that didn't ask for your permission to arrive. We've been dancing with the boundary, acting like we can't pretend, but the pulse beneath the surface feels like something that won't bend. We're almost more than friends, in the way your eyes confess, in the pause before you touch me, in the words you second guess. We're almost more than friends, though we're trying not to see, but the air between our shadows feels like you belong with me. Every late night conversation falls too deep to play it cool, and I catch the way you linger when you think I'm looking through. There's a tension in the half-light, soft but heavy in its pull, like a promise we're not naming, 'cause we're scared of something full. I can read you in the quiet, in the breath you try to tame. There's a warmth beneath your laughter that keeps calling out my name, and the truth is getting louder than the lines we try to draw. Every time you lean in slowly, we get closer to the fall. I don't mean to complicate this, I don't want to lose what's real, but pretending there is nothing undermines the way we feel. We're almost more than friends, and it's written in your hands, in the way you reach without reaching, like you crave what never ends. We're almost more than friends, and it scares us both to know, but the truth keeps finding spaces where the boundaries start to glow. Maybe we've been rearranging every reason not to try. Maybe love has been unfolding in the corners of our eyes. Maybe almost is the warning or the doorway we both need. All I know is when you hold me, all our limits start to bleed. We're almost more than friends, but it's getting hard to lie. Every moment pulls us nearer, every touch electrifies. We're almost more than friends, and the truth is sinking in. What we're scared to say out loud now is a place we both could begin.
Oh. Late night. I've been walking through the motion, keeping busy just to cope. telling friends I'm getting better, lying softly through the smoke. But the truth slips out at midnight, when the world is slowing down. All the parts of you I buried find their way back into sound. I keep telling myself firmly that the past should stay behind, but your name keeps breaking fences in the corners of my mind. And I try to keep my distance, try to breathe without the ache, but my heart still moves in patterns that your memory tends to make. Maybe healing isn't simple, maybe hurt is slow to fade, and the love I try to outrun is the one I still parade. I'm trying not to miss you, but the night won't let me lie. Every thought I try to quiet comes back stronger when I try. Yeah, I'm trying not to miss you, but the silence knows my name, and the parts of me that loved you still show up without the blame. I've been practicing the distance, letting space rebuild its shape, but the moments that we shared once never learned how to escape. And I hate the way I feel it every time the evening falls, how the things we left unfinished still respond when memory calls. I've been searching for a reason, something clean enough to trust, why the love that felt so certain had to turn itself to dust. And I'm standing in the wreckage of the man I tried to be, knowing every step I stumble still walks close to what was weak. Maybe longing has its purpose, maybe loss can redefine every hope we built together, every fault I call to mind. I'm trying not to miss you, but the night keeps saying no. Every heartbeat paints a picture of the places we would go. Yeah, I'm trying not to miss you, though I know we had our end, but the parts of me that held you still remember you as friends. Maybe one day I'll stop reaching for the things that aren't the same. Maybe time will draw the distance, maybe peace will learn my name, but tonight I'm still unraveling every truth I try to hide, trying hard to not remember how you softened my divide. I'm trying not to miss you, but the dark reveals the cost, all the echoes of your absence, all the pieces that I lost. Yeah, I'm trying not to miss you, though I know I'll learn to stand, but for now I'm still admitting that my heart don't understand. Yeah.
not the kind that burns too fast. Just a steady hidden ember from a feeling built to last. And it moves beneath my ribcage like a pulse I didn't choose. Not a flame that roars in brightness, but a glow I never lose. I've been breathing through the shadows, letting stillness take its form. Every thought that once felt fragile starts to shift into the warm. And I feel a slow ignition in the corners of my chest, like the fire you once sparked here found a place to come to rest. Maybe love is in the quiet, not the rush that fades in time, just the heat that lingers softly when you're nowhere in the line. This is where the fire settles, in the hush you left behind, in the places I don't talk about, in the corners of my mind. This is where the fire settles, where the burning turns to glow, and the warmth becomes a memory only night will let me know. There's a comfort in the stillness, in the spaces you once touched. Not a longing, not a heartbreak, just a quiet, tender hush. And I feel it move like weather through the hollows of my frame, like the heat of something honest that refuses to remain. It's the part that doesn't falter, doesn't flare and fade to gray. It's the part that keeps its rhythm even when you're far away. And I've learned to let it linger, learn to breathe where it resides, where the fire stops its reaching and just settles in my sides. Maybe stillness has its language, maybe flames know when to stay, burning soft instead of brighter, holding tight instead of sway. This is where the fire settles, in the hush you left behind, in the places I don't talk about, in the corners of my mind. This is where the fire settles, where the glow becomes its own, and the heat you placed inside me finds a steady, quiet home. Not a blaze that overwhelms me, not a spark that fades too soon, just a warmth that keeps returning when the night is touching noon. Every ember tells a story, every glow recalls a truth, that the fire we built together found a place it never moved. This is where the fire settles, let it warm me, let it stay, in the quiet of the midnight, in the softness of the sway. This is where the fire settles, where the calm and heat align, and the glow you left within me still remembers it was mine.
Oh, baby. I was staring at the ceiling, letting thoughts run out of line. Every minute felt unfinished, every silence wasn't mine. and your name came through the stillness, like a breath I didn't choose. All the reasons we stopped trying got replaced by what I lose. I could hear the old you laughing in a corner of my mind. All the memories I buried woke up soft and still and kind. And I swear I felt you closer than you've been in all these weeks. Not in presence, not in speaking, just in places longingly. Maybe healing isn't linear, maybe nights can bend the truth, 'cause the distance felt less heavy when the dark remembered you. I almost called you last night, just to see if you'd respond, just to hear a piece of comfort from a world we're both beyond. Yeah, I almost called you last night, but I stayed still in the dark, 'cause I knew that one small moment could ignite the dying spark. I replayed the way you'd answer, how your voice would ease my chest, how you listened without judgment when my thoughts were at their best. And for just a quiet second, I forgot why we let go. All the reasons seemed much smaller than the ache I didn't show. But the truth came back and hit me when my finger grazed your name. We're not who we were that winter, and we'll never be the same. And I realized in that moment, if you picked up like before, I'd pretend I wasn't breaking and you give a little more. So I let the phone keep glowing in the shadow of the night. Let the version of us living stay in places out of sight. I almost called you last night, just to hear you one more time, just to feel a fading echo of a love no longer mine. Yeah, yeah, I almost called you last night, yeah, but I stopped before I fell, 'cause the truth behind that impulse was a story I can't tell. Maybe missing you is natural, maybe longing comes in waves, maybe reaching out is comfort, not a promise that it saves. But I'm learning how to separate what I want from what is right, even if the line gets blurry when it's well past midnight. I almost called you last night, but I kept the quiet still, 'cause a part of me that needs you is the part I shouldn't feel. Yeah, I almost called you last night, and I hope someday you'll see. Sometimes love looks like resistance, what would pull you back to me?
There's a feeling in the darkness that I never catch by day. Something tender, something daring, something pulling me away. And the world feels a bit softer when it's painted in this hue, like the night removes the distance between everything and you. I don't question how it finds me, how it settles in my chest. All I know is when it's midnight, all my truths rise to confess. And the way your name moves through me feels too vivid to ignore. Like a comfort I've been chasing, like a spark I can't restore. Maybe shadows make me honest, maybe quiet clears the noise, till the things I hide by daylight turn into the clearest voices. 'Cause nothing feels as real at daylight, when the world demands it, say. But in darkness every heartbeat has a different kind of sway. Nothing feels as real at daylight, I can't hold it back or hide. And the feelings I keep guarded reach the surface when it's night. Maybe morning makes me cautious, makes me filter what I feel. But at midnight I'm uncovered, every moment sharp and real. There's a freedom in the stillness, where the shadows lift the edge, where I let myself imagine what my courage might have said. It's not something I can capture, not a thought that stays the same. But the night can make you braver when you whisper someone's name. And I feel my truth get louder in the calm I breathe you in. Like the darkness holds the version that I never let begin. So I let the moment hold me, let it show what I suppress. All the longing that feels brighter when my soul can just confess it. 'Cause nothing feels as real at daylight, when the world demands it, say. But in darkness every heartbeat has a different kind of sway. Nothing feels as real at daylight, where the quiet strips me bare, and the softness of my longing finds its shape in midnight air. Maybe night reveals the pieces of the heart I never showed. Maybe truth survives in shadows, where the deeper feelings grow. All I know is when it's silent, something fearless comes alive, and the parts of me that tremble learn again how to survive. Nothing feels as real at daylight, it's a truth I can't deny. In the dark I'm more surrender than the woman seen at sunrise. Nothing feels as real at daylight, maybe that's okay. 'Cause the honesty of midnight leads me closer to my way.
I've been sitting in the shadows, letting memories unfold. All the moments we stop fighting start to feel too sharp to hold. And I keep replaying pieces we left unsaid, how the quiet filled our distance long before the love was dead. You kept asking for a reason, I kept drowning in my pride. Every time you tried to reach me, I retreated, I divide. And I see it so much clearer when the night strips down the truth. You were giving me your honesty, I was hiding from the proof. Maybe heartbreak comes in echoes, maybe guilt arrives in waves, but the hardest part of losing is the part you wish you saved. I didn't want the ending, didn't mean to let it break, didn't see the final moment till it stared me in the face. No, I didn't want the ending, didn't want to watch you go, but the things I didn't fight for are the things I'll never know. Now I'm sifting through the choices, through the silence I let go. Every second I stay distant feels much louder after you go. And I'm haunted by the softness that you offered effortlessly, how the love you tried to anchor was the part I failed to be. There were signs that we were slipping, but I held them all too tight. Told myself we'd make it easy, let you carry all the light. Now the room feels unfamiliar, and the bed feels twice as wide, 'cause the version you believed in is the version that I hide. So I breathe into the stillness, let the truth release its hold. I was scared of what was growing, not the love that we control. I didn't want the ending, didn't mean to close the door, didn't know that losing slowly hurts much deeper than before. No, I didn't want the ending, didn't want to let you fade, but the man I was that moment chose a fear I should have stayed. Maybe we were meant to falter, maybe time rewrote our hands, maybe loving someone fully needs a strength I couldn't stand. But if somehow you could hear me, if the distance had a voice, I would tell you I was hurting, but I never had a choice. I didn't want the ending, but I froze inside the fall. Didn't fight the way you needed, didn't answer when you called. No, I didn't want the ending, and the hardest part to feel, all the love I didn't show you is the love that now feels real. Yeah.
just a pulse beneath the air. Every breath I took felt heavier when I sensed that you were there. Your silhouette was waiting, soft and patient at my door. And something in the dark around us said I couldn't hide no more. You stepped inside so slowly, like you knew my walls were thin. Every moment stretched between us like an unspoken begin. I felt gravity get louder in the space between your hands, and the hush of all my longing started breaking through the plans. I've been guarded, I've been careful, I've been locked in all my fear. But the night can shift your reasons when the truth is drawing near. That was the night I let you in, past the places I defend, where my shadows meet their meaning, where my doubts come to an end. That was the night I let you in, where the quiet felt like trust, and the world outside grew distant, till the room held only us. You traced a line of comfort down the center of my spine, and I swear the dark grew softer when your heartbeat tangled mine. No words were necessary, we were speaking skin to skin. Every fear I'd held for ages loosened gently from within. You stayed until the silence turned to something warm and true, and I felt a kind of safety I forgot I ever knew. It was tender, it was fragile, it was nothing I could say, just a feeling that the moment knew exactly how to change. So I opened up the doorway that I'd kept too far behind, and the night became the witness to the shift inside my mind. That was the night I let you in, where the past lost all its weight, where I let myself surrender to the risk I used to hate. That was the night I let you in, and the truth felt like a kiss. All the pieces I've been hiding found a reason to exist. Maybe trust begins in shadows, maybe love begins in heat. Maybe hearts can find their rhythm long before the words complete. All I know is in that moment I felt something finally start. Not a spark, but something steady, taking root inside my heart. That was the night I let you in, where the quiet set me free, where the dark revealed the softness I'd forgotten lived in me. That was the night I let you in, and I lived that night again. Every truth that scared me open led me back to you, my friend.
I've been sitting with the truth now, letting honesty come through. Every moment I remember shows how much I asked of you. You were patient with my distance, you were gentle with my fear, and I kept on pulling backward every time you held me near. There were signs that I kept missing, warnings written in your eyes. You were asking for a partner, I was hiding in disguise. All the things you tried to carry, I mistook for simple ways. Never saw the way you trembled from the burden on your plate. Maybe love can't hold together when one heart does all the fight. Maybe I was too defensive to see wrong from feeling right. I'm not the man you needed, and I'm learning that too late. You deserve the softer landing, not a heart that hesitates. I'm not the man you needed, and I'm finally seeing clear. All the things you tried to fix in me were things I had to face right here. You would offer me your comfort, I would meet it with a wall. Every time you reached to lift me, I pretended I might fall. And the moments you were hurting, I could barely even see. Caught up in my own confusion, never asking what you need. Now the quiet feels revealing, all the shadows point to me. Wasn't distance, wasn't timing, just a heart afraid to be. And the truth is hard to swallow, but it's one I have to take. You were offering me something I was terrified to make. Maybe healing starts with owning every way I let you down, every promise that I whispered that collapsed without a sound. I'm not the man you needed, but I'm trying to repair all the pieces I kept breaking while you carry more than fair. I'm not the man you needed, and it hurts to see it plain. You were searching for a partner, I was hiding from the strain. Maybe someday I'll be steady, maybe someday I'll be whole, baby. Maybe someday I'll stop running from the weight inside my soul. But for now I'm standing open, letting honesty begin. Loving someone isn't simple when you don't know how to let them in. I'm not the man you needed, but I loved you in my way. Even if the way I loved you made you question why you stayed. I'm not the man you needed, but I hope you know this truth. Every part of me that's growing now is the part I learned from you.
The night is full of echoes, little pieces of the past. Every thought you left inside me still arrives like it will last. There's a warmth beneath my ribcage, like your hands are touching through. And And the air around my body feels like something shaped by you. I've been drifting through the half-light, letting moments pull me in. Every shadow holds a whisper of the places we have been. And I feel you in the quiet, in the hush between my breaths, like a memory unfolding where the longing never rests. I don't chase the recollection, it just rises on its own. You return in gentle fragments when the world is dim and slow. Soft like a memory, you move through the dark of me. Every moment you return feels as light as it can be. Soft like a memory, never loud but always true. There's a part of me that's living in the way I remember you. I can almost hear your laughter in the corners of the room, like the night can pull you closer, yeah, from a place I can't assume. And the softness of the moment feels familiar on my skin, like the quiet recognition of a truth I kept within. Maybe distance has its purpose, maybe time rewrites the age, but you linger in the spaces that my heart refuses to unmake. And I don't deny the comfort that your shadow still can give, 'cause the memory of your presence is a place I like to live. So I let the night unfold in the gentlest kind of way, where the past becomes a refuge for the things we didn't say. Soft like a memory, you move through the dark of me. Every moment you return feels as light as it can be. Soft like a memory, never loud but always true. There's a part of me that's living in the way I remember you. Maybe love is made of moments that refuse to fall apart, little pieces of a story that keep breathing in the heart. I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need a clearer line, just the softness of your imprint holding gently onto mine. Every moment you return finds a place I let you in. Soft like a memory, and I think you've always known. Some reminders stay forever, even when we're wrong.
I've been sitting in the silence, counting worries in my chest. Every breath feels like a warning that I never learned to rest. And the darkness leans in closer, like it knows what I can't say. All the thoughts I keep avoiding start to echo anyway. I've been wrestling with the memories, letting shadows shape the truth. Every version of the story has a trail that leads to you. And I feel the weight grow thicker when the clock hits after 2. 'Cause the night can make you honest in a way you never choose. Maybe healing isn't gentle, maybe time is not as kind. When the quiet keeps revealing all the pain you left behind. When the night feels heavy, I can't run from what I feel. Every truth I keep in daylight shows its edges sharp and real. When the night feels heavy, every promise comes undone. And the man I try to be now fights the things I can't outrun. I've been sifting through the reasons, trying hard to make them fit, but the answers lose their meaning when the guilt still tastes like this. And I know I could have held you in a way that felt more true, but the pride I clung to blindly did the breaking I can't undo. Now the quiet paints your outline like a ghost against the wall. Not to haunt me, not to hurt me, just to show me where I fall. And the weight of my decisions presses harder when it's late. 'Cause forgiveness feels more distant when the memories resonate. So I sit with all the fragments, let the dark remind me why. Every part of losing someone teaches how to say goodbye. When the night feels heavy, I confess what I avoid. Every truth I left unspoken comes back louder in the void. When the night feels heavy, I can finally see the cause of the chances I kept wasting, of the love I should have lost. Maybe closure comes in pieces, maybe pieces meant to sting. Maybe hearts can't lift the burden till they face the hardest things. All I know is in this moment, with the weight against my skin, every part of me is learning how to carry what has been. When the night feels heavy, I stop running from the truth. All the darkness I've been dodging shows the shape of losing you. When the night feels heavy, I let every burden stay, till the morning light reminds me I can rise another day.
There's a softness on the doorway where your shadow used to fall. fall, and the night feels like it's listening for the echo of it all. Every whisper in the silence has a heartbeat of its own, and I swear I feel you moving through the spaces I've outgrown. There's a warmth under my ribcage, like your hands are still inside, tracing shapes along the quiet where my truths don't have to hide. In the dim light from the hallway holds a story in its glow, one that only surfaces when the world is moving slow. And I slip into the feeling where our honesty begins, 'cause the dark can make you fearless in the places daylight dims. There are secrets in the half-light only you and I can see. Every shadow tells a memory of the way you move through me. There are secrets in the half-light that we never say out loud, but the quiet knows the truth of us when the noise is not around. I can hear the hum of something just beneath my tired chest, like a rhythm made of moments we were scared to both confess. In the dark becomes a mirror where I'm honest with my heart, where the parts of me you soften still remember who you are. I don't chase the midnight answers, 'cause they always slip away, but the truth shows up in fragments when my doubts begin to sway. There's a pull that feels familiar, like a breeze against my skin, and it whispers that the longing isn't something I can end. So I breathe into the stillness where our voices used to meet, and the moment holds its tension, 'cause it knows we're incomplete. There are secrets in the half-light only you and I can see. Every shadow tells a memory of the way you move through me. There are secrets in the half-light that we never say out loud, but the quiet knows the truth of us when the noise is not around. Maybe half-light is the language of the things we try to hide, soft confessions in the edges that we show before we slide into feelings we don't name yet, and the truths we never planned, into places where the night takes every answer from our hands. There are secrets in the half-light only you and I can see. Every shadow tells a memory of the way you move through me. There are secrets in the half-light, and they're calling out tonight. If you feel them pulling softly, meet me somewhere in the night.
I can tell the way you're leaving isn't loud and isn't sharp. It's a quiet kind of ending that goes straight into the heart. All the colors in your memory start to soften at the edge, and the things that once felt certain turn to shadows on the ledge. I've been trying not to chase you, not to hold what's come undone, but the silence in your absence hits me harder when I'm alone. And I feel you getting distant in a way that's hard to name. Not a fight, not one decision, just a slow, unwritten change. Maybe love just loses rhythm, maybe stories lose their claim, but the part that hurts the deepest is the part that knows I'm late. When you fade for real, it won't happen in a breath. It'll happen in the hours when there's nothing of you left. When you fade for real, I'll be learning how to see that the pieces of our history aren't enough to keep you here. Aren't enough to keep you here, me. I've been walking through the moments that we painted in our prime. Every laugh feels like a warning that we left too far behind. And the truth keeps getting clearer as the days start breaking through, that the version I keep holding isn't lined up with your view. You don't owe me any closure, you don't have to make it neat, but the space between your presence makes it hard for me to breathe. And I know you're not returning to the place we couldn't save, 'cause the warmth that once felt certain now just flickers in the haze. So I sit inside the stillness, let the quiet show me how every piece of who we pictured is a memory for now. When you fade for it, I won't hear it when it starts. It'll echo through the distance as it settles in my heart. When you fade for real, I'll accept the space you choose, even though the part that loves you never learned how not to lose. Never learned how not to lose. Never learned how not to lose. Maybe letting go is gentler, gentler, gentler than the tightness of the fighter, tighter. Maybe holding on too tightly, tightly only pulls that seems too tight. All I know is in this moment, in the dark where truths reveal, I'm beginning to believe now you're preparing to be real. When you fade for it, I'll stop reaching for the past. I'll stop stitching up the reasons why we couldn't make it last. When you fade for real, I'll remember how it feels to release the weight of longing and accept what time reveals. And accept what time reveals. And accept what time reveals.
quiet, letting thoughts run down my spine. There's a pull inside the darkness, like it's reaching for what's mine. Every step feels like a secret that the shadows wanna claim, and the hush around my body feels like someone said my name. There's a warmth beneath the tension, like the world is holding still. All the parts of me I hide from start to surface when they will. And I feel the air grow deeper as it settles on my skin, like the night is drawing closer to the place I keep within. I'm not fragile, but I'm open, and the truth slips through the seams. When the silence feels familiar, I can hear what longing means. When the night knows my name, it reveals what I deny, pulls the voice I keep in hiding through the corners of my mind. When the night knows my name, I'm not fearless, but I'm true, and the things I never whisper find a way to rise to you. I can feel the weight of memories falling gently at my feet. All the versions I've abandoned come to greet me in the deep, and the dark becomes a mirror where no light can stand the lame. 'Cause the quiet grows too honest when the night repeats my name. I'm not searching for an answer, I'm just breathing what I feel. There's a comfort in admitting what I struggle to reveal. And the moonlight through the window draws a pattern I can trace, like it's mapping out the stories that I rarely dare to face. So I let the moment hold me, let the truth take shape again in the softness of the hour where my heart remembers when the night knows my name. I can't run from what is real. Every shadow turns to meaning, every silence makes me heal. When the night knows my name, all the guarded parts unwind, and the voice I've kept in hiding meets the one I left behind. Maybe night becomes a teacher, maybe dark becomes a guide. Maybe hearts speak with more courage when the noise has stepped aside. All I know is in this stillness I'll stop fighting who I am. 'Cause the night calls me in softly, like it somehow understands. When the night knows my name, I'm not broken, I'm revealed. All the pieces of my story find a place to be unsealed. When the night knows my name, I let go of every fear, and the truth I never mentioned is the truth you're meant to hear.
I've been sitting in the quiet, letting truth crawl up my spine. Every moment we were breaking had a warning in the lines. And I know I could have held you, said the things you needed most, but the fear that lived inside me always kept me at a ghost. Now the silence feels like karma, like a weight I can't deny. All the moments I stayed distant stagger like echoes in the sky. the space I couldn't fill. All the things I left unspoken still return when nights stand still. Maybe I was scared of wanting, maybe love was too exposed. But the truth is, I was breaking long before you even closed. Wish I had the words when you needed me to stay. Wish I had the courage not to push your hands away. Wish I had the words to explain what held me back. But the things I couldn't tell you are the things I can't take back. I keep replaying every moment, how you searched me for a sign. All the chances that you offered never lined up with my pride. And I hate the way I faltered, how I let you feel alone. 'Cause you tried to love the pieces that I never called my own. Now I finally see the damage, all the cracks I didn't mend. How the softness in your presence was the part I'd always been. And I wish I'd been more open, wish I'd let my walls descend. But the man I was back then and didn't know how much would end. Maybe change comes with the grieving, maybe loss rewrites the past. But the ache of what I told you never fades, it only lasts. Wish I had the words when your hope was wearing thin. Wish I had the strength to let your tenderness come in. Wish I had the words to be honest, brave and clear. But the truth I kept in silence is the truth that kept you here. Maybe someday I'll forgive me, maybe time will let me grow. Maybe love won't feel like failure in the ways it used to show. But tonight I face the mirror and it hurts to see the cost of the things I never voiced for, all the love I almost lost. Wish I had the words when your heart was in my hands. Wish I knew the weight of every quiet I let stand. Wish I had the words, but I waited till too late. Now the things I kept unspoken are the things I can't translate.
Chasing thoughts I can't contain. Every minute feels electric, like my heartbeat's gone untamed. There's a whisper in the quiet that keeps pulling at my chest. Not a voice and not a memory, just a feeling I can't rest. The window's barely glowing, but it's brighter than my mind. Every shadow stretches longer than the peace I try to find. And I swear I hear your footsteps in the pulse beneath the walls, like the echo of a moment that my body still recalls. Maybe longing grows the loudest when the world forgets to move. Maybe stillness makes the truth rise to the surface of the room. I'm restless at 2 a.m. where the quiet feels too loud. Every thought I try to soften comes back stronger than I vowed. I'm restless at 2 a.m. where the dark won't let me sleep. 'Cause a part of me that wants you is the part I always keep. I've been tracing all the spaces where your presence used to be. Little moments left like fingerprints on the softer side of me. And I try to breathe it steady, but the rhythm falls apart. 'Cause your memory keeps drawing heavy circles through my heart. I don't wanna call it longing, but it settles in my bones. And the silence paints your outline in the places I've outgrown. Every hour feels suspended, every thought is wearing thin. And the truth is I've been missing how your calm could pull me in. So I let the ceiling listen to the storms inside my head. All the feelings I keep quiet, finding words I've never said. I'm restless at 2 a.m. where the quiet feels too loud. Every thought I try to soften comes back stronger than I vowed. I'm restless at 2 a.m. and the truth won't let me sleep. Still the part of me that wants you is the part I always keep. Maybe time will make it easy, maybe dawn will make it fade. But at 2 a.m. I'm fragile in a way I can't explain. All the strength I show at sunrise, all the distance I pretend, loses shape inside the darkness when my heart won't let it in. I'm restless at 2 a.m. where the dark reveals what's real. Every truth I try to bury is a truth I still can feel. I'm restless at 2 a.m. and until the morning's through, every quiet broken hour pulls me closer back to you.
There's a weight behind the quiet that I struggle to explain. Every moment carries traces of a love I can't contain. And the truth sits in the doorway, watching everything I do. How the heart that should move forward still circles back to you. There were warnings in the silence, little fractures in your tone, but I missed them in the moment, too distracted by my own. Now your memory grows sharpened in the corners of my chest, and the ache you left behind me never settles into rest. Maybe healing takes its time, maybe pain refuses still, but there's something in the shadows that I never learned to feel. You're something I can't unfeel, like a bruise beneath the skin, like a truth that keeps repeating, even when the lights grow thin. Yeah, you're something I can't unfeel, though I try to let you go, but the echo of your leaving is the sound I always know. There were chances I abandoned, moments trembling in your hands. You were offering me comfort, I was lost in other plans, and the distance grew unnoticed till it cracked beneath our feet. Now the pieces of that fault line still remind me where we'd meet. Sometimes memories grow softer, sometimes they refuse to fade. Yours keeps showing up in places where my guard was never made, and I wish I had the courage to release what isn't mine, but the part of love that lingers doesn't follow any line. Maybe letting go is subtle, maybe truth takes time to seal, but no matter how I mask it, you remain the thing I feel. You're something I can't unfeel, like a mark that time can't hide, like a promise left unfinished with no place to stay or slide. Yeah, you're something I can't unfeel, and the night reminds me why every heartbeat pulls your shadow from the corners I deny. Maybe someday I'll be steady, maybe someday I'll be free, but tonight your trace is louder than the things that carry me. And I'm learning not to fight it, not to twist what's left to heal. Some emotions don't surrender, some are things you can't unfeel. You're something I can't unfeel, but I'm letting that be true, letting absence teach its meaning, letting love fade where it grew. Yeah, you're something I can't unfeel, and the truth I hold inside, even when the heart releases. Some impressions never hide.
Lights falling on my window, painting gold across the bed. I've been tracing every moment that we never really said. Your voice lingers in the doorway, like a shadow made of heat. And it's strange how every silence pulls me closer to your breath I can't see. The clock is breathing softly in a room that feels too wide. Every hour stretches deeper when you're not here by my side. I've been thinking about your fingers, how they travel down my spine. And it's wild how just the memory feels as warm as when you're mine. I'm unraveling slowly in the spaces that you left. Every moment tastes like longing, every heartbeat feels like yes. Tell me where you are tonight. Are you somewhere thinking too? Does the quiet pull you closer like it's pulling me to you? Tell me where you are tonight. Are you waking up my name? 'Cause the dark keeps asking softly if you're feeling just the same. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The moon is bending gently across the edges of my room. And it hits me how your absence has its own familiar bloom. I don't need a perfect answer, just a whisper through the dark. Something simple, something honest, just the place you keep your heart. I've been breathing in the night air, trying not to come undone. But the thought of you existing somewhere under the same sun makes the distance feel electric, makes the silence feel like fire, makes my pulse align with something that awakens old desire. Every moment without warning pulls me closer to the truth. I can run from all my feelings, but not the ones that lead to you. Tell me where you are tonight. Are you somewhere thinking too? Does the quiet pull you closer like it's pulling me to you? Tell me where you are tonight. Are you waking up my name? 'Cause the dark keeps asking softly if you're feeling just the same. Maybe distance is a window, maybe longing is a spark, maybe love is just a question that we answer in the dark. If you feel me in the quiet, if my shadow finds your door, you don't have to say it loudly, just don't leave me wanting more. Tell me where you are tonight. Are you somewhere thinking too? Does the quiet pull you closer like it's pulling me to you? Tell me where you are tonight. Let the silence be the sun. If your heart is reaching softly, I can meet you in the night.
staring at the ceiling, watching hours slip away. Every shadow feels familiar, every memory wants to stay. And I keep my phone beside me, face up on the empty floor, like I'm waiting for a moment you don't promise anymore. All the messages I drafted never made it through your door. I delete them in the silence, but they linger even more. And the truth, it's different lately, cuts in ways I didn't choose. You stopped showing up in moments where I counted not to lose. Maybe feelings fade in stages, maybe yours just fell too fast. But the quiet makes it certain that the future's not our past. 'Cause the phone never lights at midnight, not with you, not anymore. All the hope I keep on holding falls right through the night I store. Yeah, the phone never lights at midnight, and I'm learning what that means. You're not staying in my story, you're just haunting in between. I've been walking through the reasons, trying hard to make them fit, but the puzzle keeps on shifting, where your peace no longer sits. And I try to calm the aching, telling myself it's just a phase, but the emptiness gets louder when the minutes lose their place. I remember how you'd call me just to hear if I was fine. Now the quiet feels like distance, drawing fault lines down my spine. And it hits with bitter mercy that the things we used to share ain't enough to break the silence in the place you're not aware. So I sit inside the darkness, let it teach me what I feel. Every time the phone stays empty, shows me what was never real. 'Cause the phone never lights at midnight, not with you, not like before. And the pieces of your presence don't belong here anymore. Yeah, the phone never lights at midnight, and the truth begins to land. I've been holding tight to something you stop reaching for by hand. Maybe closure doesn't message, maybe healing doesn't ring, maybe letting go is quiet, not the fireworks I bring. All I know is in this hour when the world is barely bright, I can see the way you left me in the silence of the night. And the phone never lights at midnight, guess I needed that to know. You're a chapter I keep reading, but it's time to let it go. Yeah, the phone never lights at midnight, and the stillness tells me clear, if you wanted to be in this, you'd be lighting up right here.
thought I kept protected starts to soften, starts to fold. There's a tremble in my chest now, not from fear but something warm. Like your presence in the shadows is beginning to transform. I'm not used to being open, not with feelings this exposed, but the stillness keeps on whispering every truth I never chose. And I feel myself releasing all the weight I used to keep, like the dark is gently pulling every secret from the deep. I don't mean to fall so slowly, I don't mean to drift so far, but the night has its own language and it knows just who we are. I'm unraveling slowly in the quiet, in the dim. Every wall I built in daylight loses strength when you step in. I'm unraveling slowly, and it scares me that it's real, but the night reveals the softness that I rarely let myself feel. There's a longing in the silence, like it's reaching for my skin. Every inch of hesitation starts to melt when you begin. And I wonder if you notice all the ways I come undone. Not in chaos, not in breaking, but in letting myself trust. I don't know the destination, but I feel the shift inside. All the wounds I left unspoken start to loosen where they hide, and your presence, just your breathing, finds the parts I try to tame, till the truth I kept so guarded learns it doesn't need the shame. So I open just a little, let the moment take its form. Let the darkness teach my heartbeat how to settle, how to warm. I'm unraveling slowly in the quiet, in the dim. Every wall I built in daylight loses strength when you step in. I'm unraveling slowly, but for once I'm not afraid, 'cause the tender way you hold me makes me trust what we betrayed. Maybe falling isn't breaking, maybe softness isn't weak, maybe letting go in fragments is the courage that we seek. All I know is in this moment, in the hush where shadows bend, I can feel myself becoming someone open once again. I'm unraveling slowly, letting guard and fear depart. Let the night undo the patterns that once hardened up my heart. I'm unraveling slowly, and it finally feels like truth. Every piece I've kept so hidden finds its way back into you.
La da da la da da da. Hey, whoa. I've been sitting with the quiet, letting memories rearrange. Every moment feels familiar, but the meanings start to change. And the pieces that once held me don't fit neatly like before. So I'm counting all the fractures I kept hidden in the floor. There were chances I abandoned, there were truths I never said. I was busy guarding heartache, didn't see what lay ahead. And the love that tried to meet me found a wall I couldn't shift. Now I'm sorting through the damage left behind and what I missed. Maybe loss becomes a mirror, maybe grief becomes a guide, showing all the empty spaces where I used to let you hide. I'm counting all the things I lost, every moment, every spark, all the pieces of a future that I fumbled in the dark. I'm counting all the things I lost, and your name is in the sun. 'Cause the man I was back then is the reason you're not one. I've been tracing back the choices like a map I can't decode. Every wrong turn leaves a silence on this long uneven road. And the weight sits on my ribcage like a lesson carved in stone. All the things I took for granted now return when I'm alone. There's a cost to being distant, there's a price to holding back, and I feel it in the echoes where your presence you used to track. Now the nights keep teaching softly what I never meant to lose. All the love I didn't nurture, all the lines I didn't choose. So I breathe into the sorrow, letting name what slipped away. Every truth I kept unspoken has a bill I pay today. I'm counting all the things I lost, every chance I didn't take, all the comfort I kept breaking, all the promises I faked. I'm counting all the things I lost, till the truth begins to land, that the moments I let fade were the ones you tried to understand. Maybe healing starts with owning what I hid behind my fear. Maybe change begins in silence, where the cost becomes more clear. All I know is in this moment, with the quiet in control, every loss I tally slowly shows the shape of what you stole. I'm counting all the things I lost, and your name keeps coming through. Not because you ever hurt me, but because I failed you too. I'm counting all the things I lost, and the hardest truth to see is the part of me that's missing was the part you gave to me. I'm counting all the things,
There's a warmth along my throat tonight, something slow and undefined, like the taste of fading footsteps you once traced across my mind. And I hear myself get softer when your memories reappear, like the sound of something fragile filling up the atmosphere. Every word I try to whisper feels too heavy to contain. There's a sweetness in the tension that I struggle to explain. And I wonder if you notice how my tone begins to sway, like my voice is holding secrets that the night won't let me say. Maybe longing colors language, maybe truth has its own heat. Maybe shadows shape a tone only silence can repeat. There's a red wine in my voice tonight, in the way your name comes through. Every vowel feels a little warm, every note remembers you. There's a red wine in my voice tonight, in the softness, in the slow, in the things I try to quiet are the ones you used to know. I've been pacing around gently, letting thoughts curl at the edge, like the sense of something distant that my heartbeat won't forget. And I feel you in the distance, like a warmth against my skin. Not a touch, but just a presence that the darkness pulls back in. There's a spark beneath my ribcage, like a song that's almost sung. And the words I never mentioned sit like fire on my tongue. If you heard me in this moment, in this dim and honest haze, you would know the way I'm slipping into feelings I don't phrase. So I hold the quiet gently, let it shape the truth I speak. 'Cause the night can teach a language that's too tender to unique. There's a red wine in my voice tonight, in the way your name comes through. Every vowel feels a little warm, every note remembers you. There's a red wine in my voice tonight, in the softness, in the slow, in the tone I never mastered is the one you made me know. Maybe love is in the cadence, not the meaning of the words. Maybe longing fills the spaces where a feeling goes unheard. All I know is in this twilight, in this hush I can't avoid. What I mean gets colored deeper with the red wine in my voice. There's a red wine in my voice tonight. Let it linger, let it stay. All the truths I hide by daylight find their color in the sway. There's a red wine in my voice tonight, where the honesty begins, and the tone that tastes like longing is the one you live within.
Quiet rooms carry meaning. that I didn't want to face. Even laughter from the hallway feels like echoes out of place. Every sound inside this city, every rhythm in the night has a way of pulling memories out of corners, losing light. Conversations with the shadows, yeah, make the truth come into view. Even songs we never played much start resembling parts of you. And the air grows kind of heavier, where your presence used to sit. Like the silence took your outline and refuses to admit. Maybe endings come in whispers, not in storms or breaking lines. Just in moments you stop hearing what you thought would stay in time. Everything sounds like goodbye. Every heartbeat, every tone, even footsteps on the pavement feel like someone walking home. Yeah, everything sounds like goodbye. And the thought cuts like a knife, 'cause the world keeps moving forward while you phase out of my life. Streetlights hum, the kind of aching that reminds me we were close. Even strangers passing softly make me miss you like a ghost. And the memories grow quieter, though they still know how to press. Every detail we abandon leaves a weight I can't undress. Even moments I don't notice hit me harder when they pass. There's a shift inside the morning, there's a chill behind the glass, and the truth becomes more certain as the hours rearrange. You're not coming back to find me, and the sound of that has changed. Maybe closure isn't spoken, maybe loss is soft and thin. Maybe goodbyes don't announce themselves, they just settle deep within. Everything sounds like goodbye. Everything sounds like goodbye. Every whisper, every sound, even quiet in the kitchen feels like something breaking down. Yeah, everything sounds like goodbye, and the truth starts sinking slow. Every noise inside this evening says the part of you I know. Maybe love was never fragile, maybe we were just unmade. Maybe things don't fall to pieces, maybe they just slowly fade. But tonight is clear and honest, and there's nothing left to hide. All the melodies around me turn to endings I denied. Everything sounds like goodbye, and I finally understand. You're holding on much longer than the strength inside my hands. Yeah, everything sounds like goodbye, but I'm learning what remains. Even after all the silence, some goodbyes don't lose their name.
There's a quiet on my pillow that reminds me you're not here, and the night feels like a pause in all the things I couldn't hear. Every corner holds a memory, every shadow leads your way, like the room is somehow waiting for the words we didn't say. I've been walking through the echoes of the plans we almost made, letting pieces of the moment fall in place. like something breaking through, like the truth I try to swallow comes alive when I miss you. And I wonder if you feel it, all the quiet pulling back, how the night reveals the longing that the daylight tends to crack. If only you knew how the silence calls your name, how the things we left unspoken find their colors in the rain. If only you knew how the darkness holds your trace, every thought I try to quiet. Where's the shape of your embrace? There's a warmth inside the aching, like a glow beneath the cold. Not a heartbreak, not surrender, just the truth I couldn't hold. And the memories fall like embers in a place I can't disguise, lighting corners of the evening that reflect you in my eyes. I don't chase the old reflections, but they serve